What's up guys, long time no see. As usual, I've been driving the Skoda Superb and it's been quite an interesting car. This is the TSI, this is the 1.8 OG kind of TSI, not the 2.0 model that you get with the higher torque. This is around 170, 180 PS of power and about 250 Nm of torque. That's what this engine has to offer. It's a very reasonably, like always, we'll start off with the engine. We just finished what the car was, loving to do. It just loves to guzzle fuel like it's free. But anyways, that's how it is. So we just finished fueling up the car, and I commute about 40 kilometers one way on the highway to the factory, and for that this proves to be a very expensive car, but it's a fun car to go. Talking about the engine, like we started. It's a 1.8 liter engine. Power is good. I feel this car is kind of on the lazier side. The gearbox, the TSG, this beautiful TSG, which is a notorious EQ 200, and this is the only thing that scares us owning this car. Is that this gearbox is beautiful. The shifts are very good, it's snappy, it's got a lot of power, and it's very lazy. See, this car loves to be driven at 80 on the highway or 180, nothing in the middle. The car just hates cruising at 100 or 110. The car feels cozy cruising at around 80, 85, 90. That is its sweet spot, beyond which it feels like the car is going pretty fast, and you feel like taking it a notch back. Apart from that, if you're flying, then this engine, man, she is sexy. This engine is sexy. It goes like a bullet. The way the car, changes the entire character. The engine, not the car, because this car is a huge ass, bulky, chunky of a car, and it loves to, wave and glide and have that wallowy feel. When you brake, when you make sudden direction changes, when you pull, in fact, every time. That's how it is. But it's a big car. It's a sedan. It's a executive sedan. It's not a premium sedan or anything. It's an executive sedan. It's pretty long. It's reasonably wide and it's reasonably heavy. So for that, makes sense. It is kind of wallowy. The suspension, like the Superb has this. The Superb always has this image of having an ultra glidey suspension where it can go over bad roads without any jumps or jolts or anything. That's not how it is. Superb is not as cozy or soft sprung as a Camry, I believe, because it is slightly on the firmer side, like any typical European car. The car is slightly on the firmer side. All these jumps are felt inside. The car never loses composure, which is great. But again, it's not like it will take everything on the road and you won't feel a thing. That's not what this car is going to do. The car, see, I've been driving at 60, 70, 80 for the last some kilometers, not much, about last 8 kilometers. The car is giving about 13.1, which is great. It never comes up if you're driving 80 like an EV. If you're driving it like an EV at around 80, 85 with a, just feathering the accelerator, just, gliding. In that case, you'll get 14.5. Other than that, this thing loves to guzzle like, like it's got a free pass. It's got a free pass at a liquor store. That's how this car drinks. So we are at around 70. We just hit the 7th gear and the car is idling. Car is at 1.5, about 1.5, yes, 1.5 RPM revs, and it feels very okay. It's easy. If the AC is on and on a very calm morning, if you have music mellow volume, oh man, you will not even believe that this car is a petrol. It feels just like an EV. The gear shifts are not felt. There is no vibration, there is no jolt. It's just that the car is just gliding through, and it feels surreal. It just feels like anything else. That's the beauty of these TSI engines. The old 1.8 TSI engine, that's why I call it the OG. Because the new 2.0 TSI has definitely got the punch, between legs, but still, that refinement, that creaminess of the engine, that's there in the old 1.8. And sure, it does not have that crazy 320 Nm of torque figure, but 250 doesn't feel that bad. We just hit sport, I just floored, just third. See, that's how she goes. You're almost doing very legal speeds, not just illegal. Yeah, so that's how. And one pull, 200, about 150 meters of pull, average is down by 1 kmpl, which is just beautiful. That's what the car is. So that's the beauty of the TSG, that it just gives you the right gear, just like leg, maje kar. That's it. It just knows when to give you the right gear, how to give it, how to give the right power delivery. That's the beauty of this TSG, and the combination of this 1.8 and this ESG is what makes this car unlike any other car in today's era. And wow, I thought we'd have a good brisk drive. We'd maybe probably cover 40 kilometers in like 30 minutes. Unfortunately, for the sake of safety and so that internet does not kill me, let's stick with the normal speed. Let's go, let's relax, let's go with the nature of the car. This car is pretty old, but the car hasn't aged that much. So almost everything, I don't want to jinx it, but everything works, and it's just beautiful because the screen, it's so basic. And there's everything. It's got everything. It's got all the stats. It's got wired Android Auto and CarPlay, all those stuff it's got. And the screen is slick. It's not, but it's almost like using an iPad. It's very smooth, very slick, and it knows what to do. And compared that to a Tata, a Safari recently, which is maybe 2024 model, and that screen sucks. That screen is shit. It's just it's just so pathetic that you're charging so much for a car and you can't even give a good screen in this time of the year. That is really sad. So those are the things. All this soft touch gestures, the way it closes, all the racks, this height adjustable armrest. It's so genius. It's so simple, and it's just so thoughtful that all those things work. The way the wipers activate, the way auto hold works, beautiful. You have auto hold in Indian cars, but the way that transition, the way the car builds up, the way the car leaves the brake, the way the brake is applied. You find this, that is kind of a bit of an open road. We just third gear, and the car is at 4,000 RPM, going about 80, and the orchestra begins. 120. This is one of the very, very few cars which has such a distinct personality of being sane and being really mad and being really crazy. The way the car goes in the normal drive mode with at 80, relaxing, not a sound, not a care in the world, just gliding through, relaxing, just guzzling. That's what it'll do constantly. That's the thing it'll do constantly, the whole time, that time. Apart from that, this is one side of the car, and the other side is this. See? I'm sorry for my brakes because the car was lying idle for about a week, and the drums, like any typical Skoda Volkswagen, it's rusted, and that's what the sound is about. Second, and yep, whoa, still goes, man. So effortless. See the way it pulls when I leave the throttle, it just throws you back. Just loves to, touch the red line. And it's a very rev friendly engine. It just loves to rev. It just loves to reach the red. Brakes also work, but this car is not meant to do like very aggressive speed with the stock brakes. That's all I'm gonna say. And now going back to D, and yep, she's sleepy. She's sleepy. Yep. So that's about my short 2 cents, more like 5 cents about the Skoda Superb. And it's a fun car. If you really love to drive, if you really want to enjoy driving and want to have an OG like the original Skoda, not the nice cars, then you should really consider getting one of these. It will just get you cracking. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check out our Instagram for more. See you on the next one. Cheers, ride safe.